Prosthetic limbs have been around for a long time, but prosthetics that behave and look real are still very much work in progress. A group at Shanghai Jiao Tong University in China have come up with what looks to be a significant advance, an affordable prosthetic hand that not only responds like a real one to signals from the wearer's brain dash, which choice completes the text so that it conforms to the conventions of standard English. Option A, but also signals back to the brain what is touching and doing. Option B, but sends a signal back to the brain what it is touching and doing to help the brain process the information. Option C, and also signals to the brain what it is touching and doing so that the brain can understand the same. And then option D, signals to the brain on its touch and actions. So now we have the connective conjunction here, which is not only but also. So it would clearly indicate that the ideas that they connect must clearly be parallel to each other. Right, so we have a part here, an affordable prosthetic hand that not only responds, right, but also signals. So response must be parallel to signals. So it not only responds, but it also signals. So these two verbs must be of the same kind. So obviously these are all singular verbs, response and signals. So we're looking for an option that uses the verb signals. Let us take a look at the option one by one. Option A, but also signals back to the brain what it is touching and doing. A looks to be correct. Let's keep it on hold because it clearly says not only response but also signals. That is the parallel structure maintained. Let's clearly keep that on hold. Moving on to option B, but sends a signal back to the brain what it's touching and doing to help the brain process the information. B is too wordy, it uses too many words, right? So take a look at the sentence, take a look at this phrase here, right? To help the brain process the information, right? So this is like a very long phrase. It uses too many words to write this, and clearly this does not add any value. So B is eliminated. Moving on to option C, and also signals to the brain what it is touching and doing so that the brain understands the same. Now C2 uses words like and also, along with, not only, which clearly makes it an incorrect conjunction. So option C can be eliminated. You also have another wordy phrase so that the brain understands the same. This is clearly a redundant phrase. Option C can therefore be eliminated. Finally, moving on to option D, and signals the brain on its touch and actions. And cannot be joined with not only. When you have not only, you need to have but also, right? So option D can be clearly eliminated. So the correct answer is option A, but also signals back to the brain what it is touching and doing. So A is clearly connecting that, and it is also precise.